Hello, dear friends. Welcome to youtube.com, Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head, Veterinary Medicine. We have already seen Cholesepticemia Part 1. In this presentation, we will see Cholesepticemia Part 2. In this, we will discuss clinical findings, diagnosis, treatment, prevention, and control, mostly applied side. We have seen the various forms of cholesepticemia: enterotoxemic, enterotoxigenic, enteroinvasive, and cholesepticemia or septic colibacillosis. Here we will see the cholesepticemia clinical findings. When there is septicemia, naturally it is a peracute and acute disease. The clinical course is very short in peracute. Sometime animal found dead within a day, or course may be even 1 or 2 days in acute cases. The signs are related to the development of septic shock. Shock is important finding here. The fever is many times not prominent. The temperature may be even subnormal in septicemic case. There is listlessness, lethargy, loss of interest in sucking. There is great depression, poor response to external stimuli. The animal collapse because of the toxemia, because of the shock, because of the hypovolemia. Finally, there is recumbency. The temperature becomes subnormal, extremities become cold, and finally there is coma, and in severe cases, death of the animal. There is increased heart rate, tachycardia, pulse is very weak, sometimes because of a shock, impalpable. Again, because of shock and hypovolemia, that is prolonged capillary refill time. Feces loose and mucoid, diarrhea is observed. Occasionally, there is tremor, hyperesthesia, there is increased sensation to even normal stimuli. In many cases, opisthotonus is observed. There is spasmodic contraction of all muscles of the body. There is contraction of vertebral column muscles, giving a concave shape back. There is highly strengthy contraction. So back become a concave. There is contraction neck muscle. The neck is stretched backward towards the back side. The forelegs are stretched forward. The hind legs are stretched backward. This is the opisthotonus posture because of the continuous spasmodic contraction of the all muscles of the body. Convulsions are also found. There is great depression, stupor, and coma are the common sign because of the toxemia as well as severe dehydration also. Remember here, friends, mortality approaches 100%. Veterinarian can contribute great to reduce the mortality. If you watch this video carefully and apply the principles of prevention and control of both enteric and septicemic colibacillosis, you can reduce the mortality in farm, and by teaching or by giving advice to the farmer, the mortality can be reduced to a great extent. It is a very good service to the society. We have seen per acute and acute course, the disease may assume a little bit prolonged clinical course. In this prolonged clinical course, the infection may localize within first week of initial bacteremia phase in following organs: polyarthritis, localization of infection in joint causes arthritis, and it is named as joint ill. Localization of infection in brain meningitis. Localization of infection at navel cord, inflammation, abscess. We call it as a navel ill. Localization of infection in the eye, ophthalmitis. In the lungs, pneumonia. Diagnosis is easy also. Diagnosis is difficult also. Diagnosis is easy when we have a sufficient knowledge. For the diagnosis, multi-laboratory parameters are required for confirmatory diagnosis. But clinician can make diagnosis based on history of the first week of life, characteristic clinical signs, and the lesions. In early infection, there is significant leukocytosis and neutrophilia, but leukopenia in severe and advanced cases. These are common with the all septicemic diseases. A leadership of neutrophils and signs of toxic neutrophils and subnormal platelet counts is also common with septicemic disease. But clinician can provide diagnosis based on history, clinical finding, and lesion. Confirmation is not required here. There is hypoglycemia and related symptoms. For treatment, this hypoglycemia is important. We have to give glucose. Subnormal serum immunoglobulin we can provide by giving sufficient colostrum, and total protein concentration by providing sufficient nutrition protein. In arthritis, the joint fluid shows increased inflammatory cell count and protein concentration. In meningitis cases, the cerebrospinal fluid shows pleocytosis, that means increased lymphocytes in cerebrospinal fluid, and an increased protein concentration in CSF. Along with it, there is presence of organisms. As usual for the bacterial disease, isolation and identification of the organism in the laboratory. Blood and tissues shows presence of organism and shows severe deficiency of circulating immunoglobulin. Dear friends, treatment is very important. If carefully done, veterinarian can save the life of the neonates. I have already discussed the treatment in detail in video and trick colibacillosis. Requested to see that video. So that treatment of enteric colibacillosis should be followed. Aggressive and immediate treatment with antimicrobials. Aggressive, judicious treatment and immediate. because this is a septicemic condition. Don't wait for decision. Give antibiotics. Immediate treatment with antibiotics. Administration of intravenous solution of large volume of balanced electrolytes and glucose solutions over several hours according to the requirement. Sometimes repeat at every 3 to 4 hours according to the requirement. This treatment is to correct hypoglycemia and hypovolemia, decreased volume, for adequate peripheral tissue perfusion. Remember this important this sentence. Adequate peripheral tissue perfusion. If tissue do not get the blood or nutrition, then there is degeneration and necrosis of tissue. So, timely treatment with glucose, balanced electrolyte, and water is required. If there is death of tissues, then treatment will not be successful. Again, remember here adequate peripheral tissue perfusion must be maintained. So, immediately give the intravenous solution. If there is degeneration and necrosis of tissue, there are all the chances of treatment failure. Non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs having a property three properties: anti-inflammatory, antipyretic, and analgesic, and over and above there is anti-secretory also. It kills the pain, so that gives the relief, a psychological relief to the neonates. Control and prevention are very important. When I was in IDC project, I was successfully implementing this control and prevention measures. So if properly control and prevention measures are adopted, clinician can reduce the mortality to a great extent. And I have experienced that. Follow the general principles for enteric colibacillosis, and detail of that I have already discussed in my previous videos. Hygiene and sanitation, reduction of infection in the environment, increase specific and non-specific immunity of dam and neonates. It is already discussed in the enteric colibacillosis portion. Management practices are very important exercise. Ensure and feeding of adequate and early intake of colostrum. Adequate word, sufficient, and as early as possible, because the colostrum immunoglobulin antibodies will be absorbed for limited hours of the life, in first few hours of the life. As the age increases, the hour increases, the absorptive capacity of intestine to immunoglobulin decreases. Colostrum provides immunoglobulin. Feed 2 to 4 liter of first milking colostrum, and that colostrum contain total mass 100 gram of immunoglobulin within 2 hours of birth. The time is very important, as early as possible. If weaning system is followed, then use nipple bottle. Then second feeding should be around about 8 hours or 12 hours. Approximately the colostrum is fed 10% of the body weight of the calf. If Natural colostrum is not available for a newborn calf or a neonates. The commercial colostrum substitutes containing about 25 gram of immunoglobulin or plasma of mother is also containing 4 to 8 gram of immunoglobulin, and it can be given parenterally. Small volume of hyperimmune serum in case of outbreak gives the immediate effect. Hygiene in the calving area reduces the incidences to a great extent, and disinfection of the navel at birth to minimize the infection. This exercise is also very important. Calves should be reared indoor in a separate pen. So disinfection of the navel immediately after birth, then ligate the navel about half inch from the body tightly so that organism cannot enter into the navel. Then cut about 1 inch from the body or half inch from the ligation and again disinfect. So this procedure is important because the navel is the one route of entry of organism. Cows should be reared indoor in a separate pen without contact, also reduces the incidences of cases. Two management practices are important: adequate and timely feeding of colostrum. Second management practice is navel test. I already told you. Disinfection of the navel immediately by tincture iodine. Ligation about half inch from the body and cut short half inch from the ligation. This is sufficient. And again disinfect. A cow-side immunoassay test can help in selection of amount of colostrum with adequate immunoglobulin concentration to protect against cholesepticemia and other neonatal infectious disease. So at farmer level, this is not practicable, but in big farm where the animals are very costly and high producers, they can use this cow side immunoassay test, and that is also a techno-economically benefit. Cost benefit is very high. It is economically feasible, this test. So one should adopt this test in a big farm or very highly precious animals are there. Friends, share this information to as many veterinarians as possible. If you like video, press like button. Support this channel by subscribing this video so that you can get more videos on this veterinary medicine. Thank you very much for observing this video.